Hello. I'm excited for this installment, so I'm going to bed in like 30 minutes. I know it takes me 30 minutes to talk about a topic, but I will shorten it sooner and sooner. I just need more practice. So, anyways, today's topic is going to be on budgeting for delusion. It's something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what the title was. I had it written on my phone, and I just can't remember. Anyways, um, that's basically like the theme of today. It's like um, budgeting your like Delulu days. If you follow Manifestel, you can think of me as kind of like a tutor, kind of like a tutor a little bit. Whereas like I know a little bit and I practice it, and then I try and reach it out back to you. Like I'll take her teachings, and then I will go and run into the field and go into practice and see what works and what doesn't, at least for me, and then I will come back and report back and see what works and what doesn't. So you can think of me as like a tutor to Manifestel. So to come back, I wanted to touch base on the topic of Delulu days. And Delulu days are basically just days where you live your best life. So I have been doing Delulu days since about November-ish, maybe September-ish of 2023. And it's been a good couple months. December, January. It's been about like 2-3 months. And I can tell you, things have been like astronomically bad. Not bad. Sorry, I apologize. I meant to say better and good, but I guess bad just came out. So things have been astronomically better since I've done those, and I'm going to start adding more days into my my week, because so far I only have one day that I can confidently commit to, and it's great. Oh my god, I have a spending issue, but that's what I'm going to talk about right now in this video. Delulu days on a budget. I had it written down. All I had to do was just look. That's all I had to do. Oh my lord, I cannot keep this open. I'm going to bend this book real quick. So yeah, this overall topic is Delulu days on a budget. So basically, to recap, for Delulu days, it's just a day where you're, where you just say yes to the things that you want in your life that you dream of. So for example, mine would be like, I draw every day. I make art every day. I don't have the time or sometimes the mental capacity or creativity to just draw every single day. So I dedicate, now it's 2 days. I wasn't able to do it today because I had other things to do, but like, I'm able to dedicate a minimum of 1 day to what I want to do in terms of my art. And if I can tilt you just above, you can see that I have made that pomegranate. And I love that pomegranate so much. I am so happy that I made that pomegranate on the Delulu day, because that makes me happy. Drawing fruit for some reason makes me happy. Like I showed this last week, but I'm not kidding. Drawing fruit just makes me so happy. It's just like the colors, the vibrancy, and it allows me to like hone in on my color theory, and like, cause it's such a vibrant thing, and I don't know, I just like bright colors. But anyways, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm an artist at heart. I like to draw, I like to create, I like doing that. So I also like on my Delulu day, the one Delulu day that I have committed per week, I also go dance. And I haven't been doing it this past couple weeks because I've been scheduled during the same times that I dance, so like for work, so it kind of sucks, but for the most part I'm able to commit to that. So that's what I'm talking about. Like Delulu days are just the days that you can just like live the life that you really want to, and not just your normal everyday life as it's going on right now. So what I'm getting into specifically is the budgeting aspect, because in the Manifestel video that she was talking about having Delulu days, she goes over having a budget, but she doesn't really go into depth with it. So that's where I'm coming from. So since I've been doing these Delulu days, I kind of didn't have a cap on how much I was spending, and it's within my ranges still, but it's kind of like, okay, I've been buying a lot of things, I've been doing a lot, like this was an impulse purchase. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's just like a little like Claire's note holder card thing. You're supposed to put like a card in there. I really like this thing. I saw it at Claire's the other day and I was like, oh my god, I want this, and I got it. you know, it holds a, you know, yeah, it holds the card, and then you just get to, it's like, I love shaking this thing because I get to see the heart, and it just goes, I don't know, I just love it. Anyways, that was an impulse buy. That was not what I meant to do. That was an impulse buy. It also prevents you from getting impulse purchases. Exhibit A. Do I have anything else on here that's an impulse purchase? A lot of my stuff are impulse purchases, so that's why you want to have Delulu budgets. You want to have budgets for your Delulu. You want to include the budget, the delusions into your budget. Excuse me, that's what I'm trying to say. So I did write down some notes here. At this current point in time, I set aside X amount of money. I could disclose it. I set aside like more or less like $200 a month, and I know it's a very small amount. It's a very honorable amount, but it's you know, it's to start off like what the Delulu days are gonna be, because I usually spend about $40 like a week on my Delulu days. Like this whole month, I've already gotten a facial. I had planned what did I plan? I bought a dance class, and then I paid for a flower class, like a florist class that I wanted to take. And that actually came out to over $200. Again, sometimes money is not something that I'm very good at, but I'm learning, and I have a good handle on my money. It's just sometimes I make like, not irresponsible decisions, but impulse decisions. So they're not irresponsible. I really like doing the things that I do, and I know, like, I plan it out ahead of time. It's just sometimes it's an impulse. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you need to set aside money. You need to plan to budget in those Delulu days. So for my case, it's like about $200 a month. So in those $200 a month, I could buy 2 services, or I could buy like a service and then whatever things that I want from like online or in store or whatever, and then I also can or I can save it for a couple months, you know, set aside an X amount from the 200 and then save it up over time to buy something that I really want, you know, things like that, especially for the bigger purchases. I do have a bigger purchase planned this year, unless I get married, but I'm joking, but like, I'm not joking about that, the marriage thing, but I am joking about like, no, I'm not, just kidding, it wasn't a joke. Anyways, I might tell a joke, but I'll never tell a lie. So, that's what I'm trying to say, like, you want to budget for certain things. So, I have a planned, purchase in February. I have 2 planned purchases in February, and I have been saving up for one, but I haven't really been saving up for the other, because I know I can buy it within my paychecks. It's just I've been lazy about it, but that's besides the point. So that's why you want to like budget in ahead of time, and you also want to plan what you're buying. Like, what do you like, pre-plan your purchases. So for example, if it's a service, most like services, they'll have websites that you can like plan your service. I have a haircut coming up sometime later this first quarter, and I had planned that haircut since like September of 2023. The hairstylist that I go to, they specialize in curly hair. If I go to Great Clips and I get my hair chopped, in 2 months it's gonna look all like a George Washington haircut, like a George Washington wig, and I don't like that look. So I go to specialized people that specialize in curly hair, because I have curly hair. So I have to, you know, I plan that service like months ahead of time, so I have enough time to like collect, you know, save the money, get it all ready, like save up for like the service amount, and then plus tip, you know, this, that, and the third. So that's why you want to pre-plan your purchases. You also want to budget, and that's again. Who is at my door? Is that a cat? I think that's a cat. Again, you don't have to pre-plan things like months in advance, but I do suggest like at least planning it like for the month, what you plan on purchasing. So for example, for December, I bought like, I don't even remember what I bought. I bought pillowcases, and it's not like a major thing, but I did plan ahead of time to buy those. And I also bought I didn't buy that actually, somebody else bought it for me, but I had planned to buy a jewelry box because I have, like, I'm starting to wear jewelry. I'm starting to dress up. Obviously not right now, but I'm going to bed. But, like, you know, I'm dressing up. I'm starting to look more cute and more. I don't know how to describe the look that I'm going for, but, like, I'm starting to dress up more for me. And I never realized how much I actually like wearing jewelry and how much I like wearing, you know, cute stuff until now. So, you know, I was going to save up for a jewelry box, and then I was going to save up for, like, another, like, a makeup stand, I think is what I'm trying to say. Like, a little stand thing to hold my chingaleras over there. But, you know, it's like things like that. Like, you have to plan it out in months in advance. And then, like, I think December I bought a service, but I cannot remember for the life of me what it was, because my calendar's, like, behind the camera, and I don't remember because it's not on the calendar. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you want to plan ahead so that way you're aware of what you're buying. You're also staying within budget. So this, like, for example, this month I already bought, like, a heat treat bonnet, and then I also bought this, like, chocolate musk thing. It makes me smell like marshmallows, which I'm kind of, like, a little bit sad about because I like smelling like chocolate, but I smell like marshmallows with it. But anyways, that's besides the point. Last week I was supposed to buy a pair of slides and a backpack and a gym bag. I did not end up buying those. I ended up buying the bachata class because it was closing that same weekend, so I was like, you know, priorities. This week I'm supposed to plan a massage, but I cannot. I have to postpone the massage because there's, like, a major event happening later this week that I do not think I will have time to have a massage for, so I'm just gonna save it for February. And then, you know, just plan ahead of time, like, trying to see how much it would cost and what's gonna be within budget, and what you should save for, like, later on, and blah 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 blah. And then I bought the Rose tickets. That's what I said earlier. So it's like things like that. Like, you want to budget for those ahead of time. Those are my recommendations. If you're more of, like, a grip it and rip it type of gal, of course, go ahead, grip it and rip it. Just stay within your means. And again, it's not to be, like, in a derogatory, like, yeah, stay with it. No. It's don't put yourself in debt more than you have to. Because I'm currently in debt. I already have student loans. And then on top of that, I also have credit card debt. So don't put yourself in debt. I'm just saying, don't put yourself in debt. So yeah, you also want to, like, take care of yourself. Obviously, don't stress yourself out with, like, the Delulu days. If you can only afford, like, $10 a month, that's okay. If you can only afford, like, 10 grand a month, that's also okay. Manifest that 10 grand a month. Just be delusional about it. The Delulu days are the best days to be delusional about anything, okay? I'm letting you know right now. I have been saying mentally in my head that, no, I have not. Actually, that's a lie. Never mind. But I live a fun life. That's the thing that I've been saying on my Delulu days. My life is fun. My life is easy. I live a fun, easy life, okay, man? I say it on my Delulu days, and I say it every day. It gets bigger on the Delulu days. I don't know how to... It expounds? No. Expands. I was off by a letter. Expands in Delulu days, so that's why I'm saying you need to have a Delulu day. So, anything else? Set aside money about a certain amount from paycheck. Budget it in. Pre-plan your purchases. Items versus services. So items versus services. I have it where or I should put item versus services versus classes. So I have it where I have, at least for this month, I'm taking 2 classes. So I'm taking the dance classes, and then I took a rose class, a florist class last weekend. And then I bought items. So if you're just an item girly where you're buying everything, like, materialistic, go for you, good for you. If you're a service girly where you're just getting services every week, also good for you. Or if you're just, like, a class girly, like, which is what I am. I like classes, and then, I like all 3, but classes come number 1, and then the items, and then the services. So you just want to, like, have a good balance with what you're spending your money on, because knowledge is going to be, like, the overarching thing. Knowledge is power for everything, but that's where I think would be the best suggestion to, like, invest in, put your money in. Um, but you don't want to neglect like the items or the services. So I have to buy certain items for me that, you know, do like they help me improve my life. So you're gonna buy items for you that are gonna improve your life. So for example, I am going to buy a pair of shoes because my shoes are worn out and my shoes are not looking cute. But they're barefoot shoes, and I have like a weird, my feet are not quite correct. So I'm trying to get my feet better, which is why I'm buying the shoes. But, you know, again, your needs are going to be very different from mine. So that's why I'm saying, like, you need to figure out what's, you know, figure out what your needs are, and then figure out what your future needs are, like what your dream needs are. So if your dream needs are to be like a fashionista, where you're wearing like 50 bajillion bows in your hair, or like, I don't know, like, you know, little things like that. Like, that's when you can collect it over time very slowly. Obviously, you're not going to buy 50 bajillion bows, but you'll like collect them over time. So like every week you buy like 2 bows from like the list of bows that you wanted, or like you buy 2 bows from whatsoever, so that way you have a matching your outfits one day, you know, like things like that. It's just a good idea to like plan it ahead of time, strategize how you're going to pay for it, and like strategize when you're going to get it, so you can get that ball rolling. It's just that first like step of like, okay, what do I want and how am I going to get it? Okay, cool. This is my plan. You know, execute it. Save the brain power for later, or yeah, save the brain power for another day, because you already planned out what your purchases are for this month. And then I might do another video, but it's going to be more like budgeting and not just delusional budgeting. So, oh, another fun thing is you can like make a delusional budget, where you have your regular budget, where you add in like the delusional budgeting stuff, and then you have like your delusional budget, which is you make up what you want to pay for. You make up how you make that money. You make up like how the money gets to you, like how much your income is, and then what your money goes to. So that's what I want to do. I've been waiting to do that for a long time. Maybe not a long time. It's probably like 2 days, but like, I don't know. It just gets me so excited to look at it and be like, oh my god. Okay, so my monthly income is like, I don't know, $15,000. And every month I spend the $15,000 on this, you know, this, that, and the third, and the 22nd, and the 25th. Things like that. You never know, because maybe one day it will be an actual thing. That's what I like that's what I really love about being delusional. It's like, you just, if you go after it enough, and if you just like look crazy going after it, obsessing over what it is, eventually it becomes true, because you went after it, man. You could like, there's no realistic standards to this shit. That's why I love this shit. So, anyways, could also just be because I'm a Pisces moon, but whatever. I have Sagittarius is my dominant planet as well, so I'm like very mutable and very delusional, but don't worry about it. Anyways, that's astrology talk. I'll talk about that another day. So, yes, to recap, Delulu days, have them, and also have a Delulu budget. If you decide to live your dream life, if you want to be, if you want to spoil yourself and become the dream girl that you want to be, Manifesto has some videos about dream girl. I might make a video about dream girl, but it's going to be more like examples and less like a talk or anything theory, anything like that. But yeah, is there anything else? Ooh, one thing, as you settle into these delusional days, since I've been settling into them, since I've started like feeling them and honing into them, and like, you know, just committing to those delusional days, a lot of things start to like manifest faster. Like, if you commit to the days, if you commit to one day, the minimum of 1 day of delusion, things just manifest faster. Because there's been times in my work where I'll think of like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, I actually want this, and it just appears. Like, obviously it's not gonna appear out of thin air, but like there'll be somebody like passing by and they'll be like, hey, would you like this? Would you like to eat this? Or hey, I want to buy you this. Or hey, I want to talk about this. Like it just happens a lot faster, especially when you have those delusional days. Because that's what happened one time where I just thought like, hey, I'm kind of hungry, I want to eat, you know, I want a snack before I go home. So I'm hanging out with coworkers, and then there's members that pass by, and one of them had just bought one of my other coworkers like a snack, and that same lady like came by and basically offered to buy me a snack as well, and I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll get a snack. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's just trust the process. Don't be realistic about anything. Be delusional. Do you know how great being delusional is? Amazing. Oh my god. Anyways, I'll make another video about that, like being more delusional, like listening to the delusions, because it's, when you're delusional, man, oh my god. But yeah, I'll make another video about that. So yeah, that's what excuse me, I can't even say it anymore. The Delulu days on a budget. That's the way that I do it. It's just set aside X amount of money, so that way it's already pre-budgeted into your monthly expenses. So you don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna spend money on this, or oh, I'm gonna spend money on this. This is my personal note. I have to make 2 delusional budgets. So one of them is like the actual planned one, and then I have to set aside like probably like $50 to $100 extra for impulse purchases, because I have it's not a bad habit. It happens like once, maybe twice a month at most, where I'll like impulse buy certain things. Exhibit A. Exhibits B through D are down behind the door or behind the camera, so I can't really like pull them out and show you, but that's what I have to do for me, so that way I have a buffer and I'm not actually going over budget. So in reality, my Delulu budget would probably be like $300, but 200 of it is directly to like planned purchases, and then I have about a leeway of $100 to like, oh, I want to buy XYZ, or oh, I want to buy this, that, and the third. I probably should up it up to 150, but don't worry about that. That's my issue. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just Delulu days on a budget. Yeah, that's all I got for now. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this wasn't like a 20-minute long video, but we'll see. See you guys next week. Good luck. Leave your notes. Leave your thoughts. Yeah. Okay, bye.